Nithyanandam. I am Srinithya Nithyananda for NTV News live from Dhyana Paramashivam, Vidadi. It's Wednesday, April 6, 2011. The headlines: Morning satsang on topic
out of body experience.
Civil Court grants interim injunction against the movie Sathyananda. Nithyananda Vedic Temple, Seattle conducts a food donation drive, a report. Music can be a form of therapy as well as a path to enlightenment. In exploring Vedic tradition,
what is the significance of that 108?
Now for the main news. In the morning satsang, Swamiji spoke on the topic out of body experience. The sacred secret of this sutra teaches us three things. 1. The technique to loosen yourself from the body you created. 2. To enter into another body, either into a living body or a dead body, or creating another body by taking another birth. The ability to disconnect yourself from your nadis and enter into any body is real freedom. A yogi is a person who uses the system when he needs and switches off the system when he doesn't need. Let us watch a small clip of the morning message.
So this one Samyama Sutra explains a siddhi and science of enlightenment. You can use it for any purpose. You can use it for some siddhi, or you can use it to become enlightened, or you can use it to assume a body after enlightenment. You can use it to experience anything in the life. I was taught this Samyama by Raghupati Yogi. One day morning in the temple, he taught me this Samyama. Samyama means how to loosen yourself from the system, enter into another one body. From any nervous system, when you detach yourself, you will know the science of how it runs, so you can get out and get in to that nervous system by will. Third, when you have the ability to get out and get in, you will easily be able to get into any body and get out of any body. Fourth, not only you will be able to get in and get out of some living body or dead bodies, you will be able to create a new body consciously and get into it for next birth. Or even while you are living in this body, you can get into another one body, another one child's body, or you can create one more child body and get into it and live in both bodies simultaneously. It is possible.
If you missed the morning message, you can watch it again in the evening at 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. It will also be available as a download on our website nithyananda.org. Now we have some legal news for you. Civil Court grants interim injunction against the movie Sathyananda. The Honorable City Civil Court, Bangalore on 5th April 2011 granted an ex parte injunction against Sri Madan Patel and Sri Ravi Chetan, who were producing and acting respectively in a Kannada movie called Sathyananda. Making use of the systematic conspiracy against Swamiji by vested interests, Sri Madan Patel and Sri Ravi Chetan intended to portray a distorted version of Swamiji's life and show him in bad light, thereby causing colossal and irreparable damage not only to him but also his disciples and millions of followers all over the world who have faith and belief in his teaching and discourses. The counsels for Paramahamsa Nithyananda, Sri Krishna Bhagavati and Sri M.P. Srikant, who presented the case before the Honorable Court, brought to the notice of the Honorable Court the efforts of Sri Madan Patel and Sri Ravi Chetan in trying to malign the name of Paramahamsa Nithyananda, who is regarded in high esteem by over 1 million followers. It was contended that the promotional materials used for production of the film showed a constant effort being made to defame Swamiji Paramahamsa Nithyananda. A DVD containing the statements of Sri Ravi Chetan at the Muhurat of the film was also produced before the Honorable Court. Honorable Judge Sri Ashwatha Narayana, who heard the matter on Friday, the 1st April of 2011, passed the order restraining Sri Madan Patel and Sri Ravi Chetan from producing or publishing the Kannada feature film Sathyananda, or in any other name from depicting the life of Paramahamsa Nithyananda in any manner pending the suit. The Honorable Court also directed issuance of emergent notice to the respondents. We have some news report for you from our Vedic temple in Seattle, where they conducted a food donation drive.
Nithyanandam. We're here today at the Kirkland Congregational Church representing Nithyananda Vedic Temple, and we're doing a food donation drive, which is Annadan. And here with me is Krishnan, who actually organized, took the initiative, and is here actually coordinating the whole event. So Krishnan, Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam, could you tell us, Krishnan, what today's event is all about? Right from when you took this initiative and what it means to you and this entire group from Nithyananda Vedic Temple, Seattle.
Sure. As Swamiji says, I saw one video of Swamiji's who says, Annadan Seva. Seva is the selfless service, and that is the immediate path to enlightenment. So that struck me, actually I clicked with that message, and I was thinking of doing the Seva, and feed homeless people. So we took this initiative and we said, hey, why don't we serve Annadan to about 80 to 90 people, homeless people who are being hosted in this church. So we organized, we researched a lot about this, we looked at places as to where to serve, and a lot of volunteers from the Seattle Sangha pitched in, both financially and with their time and their effort in buying ingredients, buying food, preparing food, and bringing it all over. So a lot of coordination was necessary, but we made it happen. And actually this day, it actually gives me a sense of accomplishment from the Sangha side.
Yeah.
From the Sangha side to basically see serve food in a very selfless way, not expecting anything in return.
Yes.
But actually, and also seeing them eat the food is a great sense of accomplishment, and asking them if you want more,
Yes.
and they're saying, hey, thank you very much.
Yes.
That gives me a full sense of accomplishment.
Absolutely. Like Swami says, Annadan is the greatest spiritual practice that a seeker can practice. And especially a seva like this, with expecting nothing in return, we feel such a great sense of expansion. We feel we've shared ourselves with the rest of the world.
Definitely.
And getting this practice into our lifestyle, into our routine, is very essential. So here we have a whole team from Nithyananda Vedic Temple, Seattle, serving food in such a loving and such an affectionate way. So thank you, Swamiji, for showing us one more path towards enlightenment.
As Swamiji says, imbibing Raga Bhakti and doing seva, right, is the form where, you know, it's nothing is needed but just pure devotion, and doing the selfless seva is the path to enlightenment. So thank you, Swamiji, and thank you for all the volunteers. Thank you, Ma Meda, for, you know, having this opportunity and serving the people over here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nithyananda.
Nithyananda.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
What did you?
It was fantastic.
So do you like the food, Ma?
Yes.
Do you like the Indian taste of the food?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay. We'll come back again with more of this then.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Music can be a form of therapy as well as a path to enlightenment. For music lovers, it is a passion and simply an expression of their soul. Our NTV correspondent captured a music session in Gurukul just for you. Let's watch it together.
Nithyanandam folks, here we have Ma Nithya Atmapriyananda, who's a brahmacharini, a senior brahmacharini at the ashram. As you have been seeing, she has been teaching the Gurukul kids music. So let's find out what exactly she's been teaching them.
I have been taking the Carnatic music class for the Gurukul kids, and to give you an introduction, Carnatic music is the ancient form of South Indian classical music of Vedic traditions. Carnatic music is one of the ancient forms of South Indian classical music from the Vedic tradition, and learning music is reviving back the Vedic tradition, and music has its origin from the Sama Veda. So just by learning and listening to music will take you back to the Nada Brahma. I would say music is not the language of the soul, it is the soul of the language. And
So how does it help the children? Is there any benefit of this kind of music?
yeah, we have a therapy called music therapy. It is also called the Nada Chikitsa, and in kids it helps to improve the memory, the concentration power, their communication skills, their learning abilities, and also people, not only for kids, it helps to relieve the stress and tension in people and who are locked up in the very busy outer world, and who don't have time to relax themselves. Just by listening to music and just by singing, they just get relieved of the stress and tension. Basically, this Carnatic music has got 4 elements to be focused. It's the Shruti, the Swara, the Tala and the Raga. Shruti is what I called as the pitch. We have 3 modes of pitch, which I'll be teaching further for the kids, and you will be watching it. And then the Swara, which is the sound of the note. The Swara is the basic note for the whole language, like Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa is a basic note, and Raga is the mode, in which mode there are many ragas, thousands and millions of ragas, and to say you, this raga is Maya Malava Gaula Ragam, and it is a starter class for the beginners. Any music class, Carnatic music, will start with the Maya Malava Gaula Ragam, and this class which I am handling is called the Sarali Varisaigal, the lesson 1 for the beginners. Sarali Varisegal, it goes as Sa, Ri, Gama, Pada, Nisa. We have made this music class a part of our ingenious program that is going to be clubbed with our inner awakening. So music is also going to be a part, and the kids will have a very nice time learning Carnatic music, and it really relaxes you and gets you back to the source. Each and every time you sing the swara, it brings you back to the source, and it's really a wonderful experience learning and also teaching music. And I would say music is enough for a lifetime, but a lifetime is not enough for music.
And that's all from us for tonight. Before we end our news, let's hear a quote from Swamiji. Nothing is worthy of sacrificing bliss for it. Thank you for joining us, and tune in for tomorrow's updates on NTV Nithyananda.
Nithyanandam. Welcome to the next episode of Exploring into Vedic Tradition. Today we are going to deal with one of the basic aspects of Vedic tradition. When you go to a temple, you perform Ashtotra, a form of prayer to the deity. There will be 108 names being read in praise of that particular deity. So many of you might have visited temple and had the basic archana or prayer done to the deity. And for that archana, they will read 108 names. And when you start doing japa with a rosary, maybe the mala which we have, the Rudraksha mala or red sandal mala or tulasi bead mala, every one of them will have 108 beads in them. And there are many details in Vedic tradition which always lines up with that 108, 108, 108. What is the significance of that 108? If you look through the Vedic tradition, every aspect of the Vedic tradition has given importance to that 108. For example, the number 108. The number 1 is considered to be the one and only aspect of Godhead. 0 has no value. That is emptiness. That is what is indicated by 0. And 8 is a sign of infinity. That is the innermost significance of the number 108. Mathematically, if you go through it, the calculation of 1 to the power of 1 into 2 to the power of 2 into 3 to the power of 3 equals 108. That is one indication of the power of 108. And astronomically, they have given the importance that the distance from Earth to Sun is 108 times that of the diameter of sun, and the distance from moon to earth is 108 times the diameter of the moon, and the diameter of the sun is 108 times the diameter of the earth. These are calculations done by the ancient Vedic rishis almost more than 10,000 years back. Look at the precision with which they have found it out. And you take the Shri Yantra, the Yantra which is the two-dimensional representation of the divine energy. In that there are 54 intersections of 3 lines. You can study the diagram and find out for yourself. There will be 54 intersections, and 54 intersections of divine energy is indicated by that. And this divine energy is present in the masculine and feminine aspects. So 54 into 2, there are 108 aspects of the divine energy. And there are 36 different feelings in each of the human beings. And these feelings are present in the past, in the present, and in the future. So if you take 36 into 3, there are 108 different shades of feelings. So these are some of the main calculations. And one more, referred to in the Tantra Shastra, wherein Goddess Parvati in her previous birth was Sati, and Lord Shiva, who was doing penance, fell in love with Sati and married her against the wishes of her father, King Daksha. Later on, when she goes uninvited to the sacrifice conducted by her father Daksha, who, having called all the gods, deliberately left out calling Lord Shiva his own son-in-law. Katyayani, or she is also called Sati, Dakshayani or Sati. She begged Lord Shiva, and even though he prevented her from going because he knew she would be disrespected, she could not give up her affection for her own family. She said, I will go even if I am uninvited, because it is after all my father conducting. So she goes to the sacrifice, and there, to her utter shock, she was totally disrespected and ignored by her father. She could not withstand the disrespect shown to her and her husband Lord Shiva. So in anger, she sits in meditation and immolates herself. Knowing this, Lord Shiva takes on the terrible form and destroys the sacrifice of Daksha. He takes the body of Sati and moves away from there. That body disintegrates into pieces and fell on the earth in 54 different places. 108 different places. And these places are called Shakti Pitas. We have powerful representation of the divine feminine energy in the form of temples of various goddesses in these 108 places. Now if you take the aspect of Vishnu, the Vaishnava tradition also gives importance to 108 Divya Deshas. Divya Desha means divine places where the energy of Vishnu is in the form of a beautiful temple. There are 108 Tirupatis. Colloquially, they are referred to as 108 Tirupatis. So that 108 plays a major role in every one of the Hindus' life. Vedic tradition gives tremendous importance to this 108. And even in pranayama, when you have such calmness in yourself and you are able to control all your sense organs, the breath drops to 108 per day, and that is the state of enlightenment, because enlightenment happens in that level. So 108 has even that importance. Now coming to the stages of the soul. as the soul leaves the body, there are 108 different stages that are also indicated in the Puranas and the Upanishads. Now, Upanishads. There were many Upanishads, but among them 108 which are subdivided based on the different Vedas. They are also very popular and considered to be the most important Upanishads. The 108 also occurs here. Now, there are 108 different methods of meditation. So this 108 number has been traveling through the ages, right from the Vedic age, along with us. And even today, it has a mystical significance, because a person who takes up the Japamala and does intense japa for 108 times, he can feel the energy, the power of the energy, depending on the intensity. Mind you, intensity is a must. So, when that intense prayer goes on, the effect in his inner space can only be felt. It can never be worded. So, the japa through the japamala of 108 beads, because even touching of the Rudraksha or the Tulasi bead or the red sandalwood 108 times does good to the body. And even in the aspect of health, there are 108 energy centers in the subtle body, and these are called marmas in that particular branch of science. So these pressure points, when they are activated, the total health happens in the body. So we do have, even to the present day, doctors who are proficient in treating people by pressuring their pressure points and making the energy flow through them freely. So this 108 has significance right from the microcosmic level to the macrocosmic level. So the 108 has permeating power in it. So let us understand the 108 and do our Japamala with the 108 beads in total concentration. And when we go to temple, let us do Ashtotra, because that will help us slip into state of meditation as the names of the divine energy with the power indicated by the names are uttered. We fall into the state of meditation, and whatever we desire for happens to us. So that is the significance of 108 in the Vedic tradition. Nithyananda.